Diddy party stories, man, that was like some weird memory lane.
Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common.
Because see, unlike Beyonce, I'm not willing to hurt people to get famous.
A lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
Rapper 50 Cent is finally naming the celebrities that were involved with Sean Diddy Combs and might soon be arrested by the FBI due to their involvement with Diddy's alleged freak-offs. What did 50 Cent say about the alleged illegal activities that some of the biggest names in Hollywood took part in? And join us as we take a look at all the celebrities that were proven to be involved with Diddy and are now trying to escape arrest warrants issued by the U.S. Attorney's Office.
The Busby law firm based in Houston announced that 7 new lawsuits have been filed against embattled rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs, but this time he's not the only celebrity mentioned. At this time, other celebrities have not been named as defendants, but according to attorneys, these new complaints do reference celebrities, both male and female, though they remain unnamed.
That's why I don't be going to them puffy parties. They can hug you from the front and the back at the same time. What you talking about? Look, if you into that, I'm fine with it. To get you on. I'm just saying this ain't my mother kind of party. I like it. It's uncomfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom. And like that is going on.
In an interview with The Breakfast Club back in 2018, 50 even recounted a story of how when he first met Sean Diddy Combs, he realized immediately that Diddy was trying to flirt with him.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January.
Oh, that's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out. No, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
50 and Diddy's real rivalry started in 2006 after 50 Cent started claiming that Diddy was involved in the murder of the notorious B.I.G.
Big caught a bullet from somebody else, and that happens to us all the time. They caught a bullet that was for somebody else. You know, that's what happened to Big.
According to 50, everyone in Hollywood and the music industry knew that Diddy was the one who ordered the hit on Biggie, and it was common knowledge that Diddy was carrying out illegal activities at his parties. For people that were close to Diddy, it wasn't even a question of, did he do it? Everyone knew that Diddy did it.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did it.
You've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now, and then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
The first celebrity that we're going to talk about is someone who was actually with Diddy at the time when he was allegedly committing crimes. This is someone who was not only with Diddy when Diddy was engaged in illegal activities, but was allegedly also a co-conspirator that was involved in a shooting that resulted in the death of someone.
What was going on at the club? And this nurse leaned over and said, "Oh, mommy, that's you they're talking about? You saw J-Lo, mommy, what she had on? I'm dying, and this lady's asking me what was J-Lo wearing?" Do you see so I may come across as cantankerous with this thing. It's been cantankerous.
On December 27 of 1999, Natanya Rubin was at Club New York in Manhattan when Sean Diddy Combs arrived with Jennifer Lopez. During the night, Diddy and Lopez started arguing with an alleged dealer when, according to eyewitness statements, Diddy pulled out a gun and shot Natanya.
Neurological questioning to make sure that you're aware and that you have some level of reasoning. And he's like, what's your name? How old are you? Can you tell me what happened? And I said, Puffy me in my face. This man testified. I testified in the criminal trial. This man testified in the criminal trial.
Diddy fled with J-Lo right after the shooting, and when pulled over by the police, had a stolen gun in his possession.
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gun residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. For all we know, that bullet came from the gun that was in her hand. And not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman. Not once has she donated to her family or for her medical bills that she's still paying, or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said, nothing. Nothing. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was going to take you out of the Diddy downfall? But it saved her the first time, though, didn't it? Because as soon as that club was over and as soon as they finished interrogating her, when she sat there and cried like a baby, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Benny Medina put her with that drunk white boy until she ran him off. Like, there are people sitting here screaming out at the toll that the atrocities that Sean Combs has done to their lives, and you're trying to avoid your part in the story or the fact that you never spoke up. You know, you want to tell people on the low and put it out there that the movie was about you getting away from Puffy, but you didn't think about the trail of girls that you left behind. What happens to Cassie if J-Lo had said something to Diddler back then? Would Cassie have ever been a victim? Answer me that. Because that situation happened in the late 90s. That situation happened before Aaliyah passed away, and Aaliyah passed away in 2001. He didn't get with Cassie until 2009, 15 years after he was with Jennifer. If she had to come forward about the that she suffered in a relationship with Sean Combs, Cassie would never have gone through what she's gone through. J-Lo being a stand bitch is Cassie not getting punted in a fucking hallway.
During this same time, J-Lo was actively involved in Diddy's freak-off parties, and at one point was even invited by Will Smith to a threesome. There are reports that J-Lo herself was involved in Diddy's alleged freak-offs, and even took part in threesomes and orgies with other Hollywood elites while she was dating Diddy.
Hey, speaking of
this
love,
is love.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Well, this show has gotten crazier since the last time I No,
it's all about love, though. That's not true.
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this?
For reference, Diddy has openly admitted to his freak-offs being completely illegal, and even said that he would get arrested because of what he was doing at the freak-off parties.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time. you know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizons, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but break it down racial barriers, break it down generation barriers, people from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z, Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on, you know, it's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together. Yeah.
Your parties are the hottest ticket in town. People dying to get into your party. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's cool. You know, it doesn't make me feel any way special. It doesn't make me feel like a bigger person. It just makes me feel like I know how to throw a party.
The next celebrity that was involved with Diddy is one that almost no one in Hollywood could have expected. Ashton Kutcher is one of Diddy's oldest friends. And ever since the two first met in the 2000s, Kutcher became a regular at Diddy's all-white parties.
That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at the Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you.
Back in 2023, Ashton Kutcher and his wife, Mila Kunis, submitted a letter in favor of Danny Masterson, a convicted sexual predator. Now, with Ashton being linked to Diddy, things are not looking good, especially when you consider some of Ashton Kutcher's previous statements.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. Feel like
Well, we still have some time to go, you know, I can blow it here.
Okay, feel free. Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane. Ugh.
There are rumors that Ashton Kutcher is worried about what Diddy might expose and what he did at Diddy's house.
They got a warning. And Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight. One time, me, him, Ashton Kutcher went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z there. You know what I'm saying? So they were close, they was cool.
But you think Diddy would do something like that? Lie on other celebrities?
Well, why would it have to be a lie? Because if he get caught in he gonna be as truthful as possible. You understand? He's gonna give them enough information, whereas that it's gonna make him look like the choir boy. So, Ashton Kutcher, he has a right to be kind of alarmed if he was doing things with Diddy. Remember they used to have that group called the what do you call it? The Brat Pack? With Diddy, him, and a couple other guys was hanging out. Leonardo, one other guy too. I forgot the other guy's name. So, they all might be worried.
The FBI have reportedly found almost 250 cameras and more than 5,000 hours of footage at Diddy's mansion. Allegedly, Diddy taped everything that happened at his parties and would later use it to blackmail the attendees.
Doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched, and Brother Love was watching.
Recently, in an episode of Uncensored with Piers Morgan, Jaguar Wright, Jay-Z's ex-backup dancer, talked about the allegations surrounding Diddy's arrest and said that Jay-Z and Beyonce put people on planes after rendering them unconscious. a jab at the rumor that Jay-Z and Beyoncé were involved in the death of Aaliyah.
Why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
Cruelty-free artistry.
Right, there's been a lot of rumor mill about what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations that the misogyny in the lyrics clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music. And that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think...
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to bid for all of its precious jewels. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous, and everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job.
Since this allegation aired, Jay-Z and Beyoncé quickly filed a cease and desist order against Jaguar Wright and claimed that all of the allegations were false. Allegedly, Jay-Z even ordered a hit against Jaguar Wright.
What happens with exposures? You make yourself vulnerable to all kinds of attacks, seen and unseen. What happened to my friend? When he passed away, there was $250,000 on my head and $150,000 on his. But what if I had decided to go back with my head held low and said, Sean, I'm willing to play the game, and then found a way to get inside of him and move him around. Unnecessary court fees and litigations because Jay-Z wants me broken, stopped, or under his control. And it ain't gonna happen, Sean. I'm never gonna be under your control. Never. You need to learn how to control your wife and her friends and their mouths. Cause you got Beyonce in the Beehive looking real fucking dumb right now. 5 million unfollowed, and that number's gonna go up with every image in one of those freak off tapes. And God help, if anybody here how that bitch really talks about people with her, they'll start unfollowing by the tens of hundreds. Again. And they should. Because the truth is, the only reason they were following was because of the witchcraft and the spells that were being pushed out through the media. Y'all ain't fans because y'all really love him and y'all really think they're the best. You're fans because you fell for the hype. And they are hypes. I know I can sing. I've been able to do that my whole life. And they've been trying to stop me my whole career. Because see, unlike Beyonce, I'm not willing to hurt people to get famous. See, that's the part of the story that they're not telling y'all. That the more terrible you are, the more they'll protect you.
Will 50 Cent be called to testify against Diddy? Or will Diddy be able to get away from the entire situation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.